Entering the cage first into the red corner, Tovee.
I love Tovee. Tovee is such a regular here at Battle Arena. He's a regular on like every MMA show in the UK. He's so well rounded. He came out from this kind of, he does Wuji MMA, slightly Chinese style MMA. First few fights looked a bit sketchy, a bit rugged around the edges, but he's just improved and improved and improved, and now he's just winning. And his first fight here at Battle Arena, I cornered him because he had no corner team. I think they got held up, stuck in traffic or something. Now he's here, team, polished technique. He's turning into the fighter he always could have been.
And at middleweight, it's anybody's game here, as Fabian Edwards is probably going to be looking to move on and vacate his European title, though I can't really say for sure. It could be a title fight in the future for Tovee if he can put another win under his belt today.
Fabian Edwards went the distance in his last fight.
He did?
He got to sit. Well, he smashed him, but he went the distance. The guy just had the thickest head in the world.
Yep, he's just able to take that punishment. There we go. We got Tovee's corner. Wuji MMA.
Into the blue corner, Christian Johnson.
Christian Johnson is a monster. We've seen him here before. Frontline MMA. I say this every time Frontline guys fight, but Frontline is such a good gym. They only bring monsters. They travel from Norway. They just bring. It must be just a minibus full of killers.
It must be. They must just rent out a plane. They must book an entire plane to take all of their monsters, their wolves, their Viking Valhalla supporting gods. Maybe they just ride Thor's hammer or something like that. But they certainly do. They get here.
Tovee is the most relaxed fighter I've ever seen in my life. Every time he fights, he's like chatting in the cage, he's waving at us. Now he's just dicking about. Messing about.
I think you will find that he's actually mobilizing his hips there, Chris.
He is, but he's also chatting to the ref, making jokes with his corner man. He loves the, he gets on very well with the ring girls. He's got some game, and he's got one of the ring girls in his corner. That's a sign of popularity, that is. He's a winner, no matter how far this fight goes, or what happens in this fight.
It's a sign of class how much the ring girls like you. If they like you, you're a classy man.
They won't talk to me.
Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, weighing 84.3 kilograms. Finds out in Wuji MMA,
Tovee, the most relaxed fighter in the world. Looks so comfortable, so happy. Cameraman's laughing at him.
Fighter in the blue corner, weighing 82.3 kilograms. Fights out of Frontline Academy.
These guys look like they're going shopping.
Johnson.
They look. This is a cage fight, gentlemen. Can we just look a bit more serious? There's relaxed, and then there's this.
But this ain't no figure skating, boys. Get in there, throw down.
I'm excited for this one. Let's see how if Tovee can make his Wuji style work.
He's Wujiing it up right now.
Or will Christian have that frontline pressure? Frontline guys, I've always been really impressed by their grappling. They got striking, definitely, but as soon as it hits the floor, they're dominant. For Jay with the power, though.
Big head kick there. That switch left head kick. This might be called Battle Arena 43, the switch high head kick.
It might be. So many KOs. Oh, look at that power from Christian. We know the Frontline's got some amazing wrestlers come out of there. They got Olympic wrestlers training there. And look at that side control pressure instantly from Christian. Those low hips. That is not a comfortable position for Tovee on the bottom. But he's got some grappling. We've seen it before.
He's got both hands over top right now, and not exactly the best position. And he has his arms open for attack right now, this Tovee. Christian Johnson's doing everything he can, and going back to that takedown, he really cartwheeled Tovee into the mat, which shows some excellent grappling ability, excellent wrestling.
And the one criticism of Tovee, sometimes it's not the cleanest technique. He likes those scrambles, those big winging punches, whereas with Christian, this is like clean wrestling pressure.
Very surgical, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not really looking for any ground and pound yet. But look at that. He's switching his hips, trying to get to mount. But Jay with a wonderful little escape there. Used the space to transition through. Christian's got to be careful, otherwise he's going to get caught in a triangle if Jay can get that other leg out. Oh, he looked for the triangle. Christian's going to pass those legs to the side, end up back on top. Jay did really well in that transition. I was very impressed. Christian with his top pressure again.
Yeah, and going back to trying to land any strikes from side control. Unfortunately, side control is not the best place to attack strikes from. And wow, Tovee just very powerful there, bridging out. And now he's pressed Christian Johnson into the cage.
His athleticism has saved him there. That wasn't the most beautiful side control escape, but it's damn effective, and he's so strong.
Was it ever? If you look at the body of Tovee, he's just all chest and back, isn't he?
He's a powerful dude.
Big kick and slaps into the night.
This is why everyone loves watching Jay fight. You never know what you're going to get. He's wild, he can get out of stuff, put so much behind his shots. He's also very fit. We've seen him before. He's got cardio. He can go 3 rounds and keep this relentless power and pressure. But Christian is the much more polished fighter here. Like straight punches, angles, set up that takedown beautifully.
Very good. Christian read that Tovee was having that bull guard and trying to use it to step in. And Johnson just stepped right in, dropped his level, and took him down.
Very good. And this side control again for Christian. He is some serious pressure. I'm glad I'm not in Tovee's position. That's got to be just a little bit hard to breathe. But he's doing that kind of over wrap with the arms. It makes it hard to escape, but it also makes it hard for Christian to do any ground and pound or get anything going.
Oh, wow. And right at the very end.
Just short of time to actually make
But Alan Jackson was progress there to make sure that the bell was adhered to.
Alan Jackson, one of the best MMA referees in the business. We only have ISKA certified referees here at MMA Battle Arena.
I guess we should probably give a shout out to our sponsors, Chris.
Viking Warrior Nutrition.
Is that Viking Warrior Nutrition?
VikingWarriorNutrition.co.uk. It's not just nutrition though. They have the best t-shirts, the best shorts, the best spats. Like, we're talking top quality products.
Exactly, and that's the kind of thing that you want to be wearing when you're going into battle. And I think that's what the Viking Warrior Nutrition team and company have in their vision. They want to fuel you up and arm you for your battle.
We're also brought to you by the Slaphead and Giraffe podcast, which you've been a guest on.
I very much enjoyed that, actually.
Now one of the UK's top health and fitness podcasts. Talk a lot of fighting on there. We'd be doing a wrap-up of this Battle Arena. About number 5 health and fitness podcast in the UK now.
Well done.
About 100,000 Twitter followers, getting tens of thousands of downloads every episode. Check us out. Who will come up first?
Well, I certainly will. All right, here we go. We got some more of that Wuji style, but that bull guard didn't serve you well, Jay. Now he goes for the kicks. I love that how he mixed it up, bounces him right into the cage. But Christian Johnson's looking to establish something. Big knee.
Oh, what a spin. He's so unorthodox, his striking. He loves that spin and throws crazy strikes after it.
How could you not love Tovee right now?
I think this is why Christian is struggling a little bit on the feet, because Jay's just so unpredictable. He's not like a normal Western kickboxer.
Exactly, and Jay needs to keep that space going because this is not where he wants to be. He doesn't want to be close to Christian Tovee because of that exact reason. Big slam into the cage, kind of reminiscent of former lightweight champion Steve Brinkman. But just an excellent cartwheeling slam. I really like that. And those Frontline Academy boys have definitely been doing their wrestling homework.
I don't believe in takedowns, Steve.
I believe in pulling guard. That's it.
Technical superiority.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
See, Jay is doing this again where he's just tying him up with his arms. He's not... A normal jiu-jitsu person wouldn't have their arms there. They'd be using them underneath the body to try and make some space to escape. But Jay's using that really well because it's making it very hard for Christian to get some ground and pound going. But he's got to watch his arm. Jay scrambles back to his feet. He's got the leg himself. Is he in a guillotine? No. Transitioning out of it. Christian is looking to get behind him.
Jay just doesn't look very familiar here, otherwise he'd be posting and trying to stand back up to his feet. The more time he spends on his knees...
Yes, Jay, wonderful transition. Now he's ended up on top. He always looks a bit sketchy in these ground fighting positions, but he's back on his feet, throwing bombs. I think Christian might be a bit gassed.
Wow, those 2 knees that Tovee threw with no regard just landed really tight into Christian's body. I want to see Tovee break away and maybe look to make oh, wow. Big left
huge
across.
Left hook. This is why we love Tovee. These crazy, looping, wild shots.
Exactly. He needs to come. Oh, another takedown. He looks to
yes!
roll.
Wow, what a fantastic transition to end up on top.
To sprawl back.
But he's
going to get taken down.
He needs to control his leg position just a little bit more. And the problem is when you start scoring these rounds, the takedowns do count for something, even though Jay's landing big shots.
They definitely do count for something right now. Jay's talking to his corner right now. The corner's laughing. So it's obviously not the most serious thing in the world. They just understand this is a fight and tomorrow will be another day. But I'd love to see Tovee put more together, punches and bunches, mixed up with the knees and the spinning techniques that he's been so successful with. But space standing up is what's important for Tovee. And Christian Johnson is taking it away from him right now.
Jay Tovee's from Wuji MMA. Wuji MMA is in Brighton, and there's also a Roger Gracie Academy in Brighton. And every time I see Jay Tovee, I keep telling him, mix it up, go do some Roger Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. He's so happy there at Wuji MMA. And it's working. What a wonderful way to finish the round. Show some
big
dominance.
over the top, short left hand, and he falls onto his back, almost accepting him. Maybe he has been working a little bit of his bottom, or maybe just wants a little bit of an up kick.
Good round for Jay Tovee. Maybe a round apiece. That's going to be interesting. Jay was transitioning,
awesome.
getting on top. I think Christian looks the more tired of the two fighters, leaning on his coaches. He looks seriously heavy breathing, whereas we know with Jay, he can go for days. Looking calm. Been very impressed. Very, very impressed by both fighters. Great show of heart by both of them. Neither giving up. Sometimes you get that position where someone else is on top, side control, and you give up, you accept the position. But Jay is always looking to swim his arms in, get a transition out of there. And I think Christian is just struggling with how unorthodox Jay is.
He really is, and Jay is coming with those looping punches. Not just those shots to the body, those big knees to the body were incredibly painful and incredibly hard. But then, of course, we got Jay Tovee following up with big looping hands that just develop so much power. They just acquire it. I want to see Jay establish that range a bit more as we come into the third round. Maybe not establish, that's the wrong word for a fighter like Jay Tovee. He needs to play with the range. He needs to play with his opponent. And I think he's doing just that tonight.
I want a big jumping left hand again. That's what I want. I want that big power left that he landed in the last round. And I think Jay has got a work rate. Christian is looking really tired. Jay has just got a work rate. Yes, Jay. Huge strikes, but Christian, every time he tags him, shoots. Jay was going for that reversal, but the cage saved Christian.
It did, and Christian ends up on top. Jay's holding on to that arm-in guillotine from half guard, but not with any sort of real menace. And there he lets it go.
I'd like to see Jay just work on his ground game just a little bit. His unorthodoxness is doing really well for him on the striking and in the wrestling, but on the ground, Christian is kind of having the better time of it fairly easily.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Jay Tovee with like a 10th Planet purple belt style on the ground. That'd be so wicked.
Crazy looping punches, some insane ground game.
Honestly, that's why I try to instill it at my fighters at Elite Training Center, is that we can throw heavy leather, and then because we're such good wrestlers and fairly...
Oh! Yes,
wow.
Jay. Wow.
Never mind me. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yes, and now he takes him into the cage.
Athleticism. Jay Tovee is a big poster for athleticism.
Digs the shot to the body there, and again, each one over the top, but he's still standing. Goes with a big uppercut. Wow, and if the judges are looking at this right now, it looks like Christian Johnson is really taken apart. Jay Tovee's really got to stop trying to fall to his back and do that re-roll.
I'd like to see Jay learn a nice sprawl. If he had a really powerful sprawl, drive those hips forward, he could keep it on his feet, and he's getting the better of these striking exchanges. Christian is so gassed in this last round.
Well, Wuji MMA, you can just get me on Instagram or Facebook. I'll pop down for a seminar, no problem. Because your guys are awesome, and they deserve some decent technique.
The Brinkman Wrestling Seminar. Well worth it, guys. Get him down. Brighton's not too far.
Oh, big punches coming from over the top and in through from Christian Johnson. Christian Johnson has not come to play. He's come to fight. Wow, Tovee's throwing actually heavy leather from the bottom.
That's because he's just crazy. He's crazy.
He's crazy, Mike.
He's crazy. Who needs technical? Who needs the normal way of doing things? You got the Jay Tovee way of doing things.
Oh, and Jay Tovee rolls him again. Such power. And Jay Tovee helps to put his gum shield back in his mouth, and let's see if he can...
I want to see Jay finish strong. It's not long until the end of the round.
I dare say our bias is coming out.
From Christian.
Oh, and Tovee deals with it.
I'm not biased. I don't know either of these guys particularly well, but Jay's just been such a fun fighter to watch.
It's just been enjoyable, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That rubber guard, he
sweeped him with rubber guard. That's very unusual. Short time. 10 seconds left. Will Christian be able to finish this? I don't think Christian's got enough gas in the tank to finish this.
I don't want to be a judge scoring this fight. I'm so glad I'm commentating. This is just...
Wow, that was fun.
That was awesome. Lots of fun.
Some love between the guys. Awesome.
That'd be a tragedy for British martial arts right now. Everybody loved that.
No, just sprawl. Just learn to sprawl. Nothing else. Everything else is perfect. Ish. I'm kind of interested by the decision. I don't want to be a judge because Jay was so entertaining that I'd end up giving it to him, but probably from a judge's perspective, Christian was controlling more of the fight.
He really was, wasn't he? So it just depends on what you want to score, flamboyancy or technical superiority, I guess. At least at this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these two fighters. So after 3 great rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. And we have your winner via split decision for the fighter in the blue corner, Christian Johnson.
One of the judges went with my style
And
over
please
substance.
make some noise.
Isn't it nice that something like that happens?
Tovee.
Excellent fight for both fighters. Really enjoyable.
The judge that scored it for Jay, maybe some new glasses.
No English. No.
How are you feeling after that fight, buddy? Tough one?
Yeah, a real tough fight. I feel amazing though. Oh, I've never had so much fun in my life.
You caught him with some big shots first and second round, but then third round, you definitely turned the tables.
Yeah, it got me a couple of times. I knew he was going to swing a lot. I didn't plan on being hit that much, but he was a lot tougher than I thought, so he wasn't scared at all. And he got me a couple of times. And, I felt them, but it's okay.
And then third round, obviously you got on top, got the mount position. Was you looking for the finish?
Yeah, I was looking for submissions, but my ground game isn't really that good. But really good at keeping control, so I just tried to land as many punches as I could.
Well, it was a great fight, great finish to the fight as well. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, make some more noise for your winner, Christian Johnson.